You've definitely seen those ads online, like the ones screaming, turn $1,000 into 10 million in 10 minutes a day.
Oh yeah, they're everywhere. And it is just exhausting.
Right. But when you actually look at the data from our sources today, the reality just hits so hard. I mean, only about 10% of stock traders actually survive long term.
Wow.
Yeah. And for commodity traders, it's a staggering 2%.
That brutal survival rate is exactly why we're digging into The Trader's Journey by Peter Robbins today. I mean, Robbins brings over 50 years of actual market experience to the table.
50 years is no joke.
Not at all. And our mission here is to basically cut through all that get-rich-quick noise. We want to map out the actual psychological path to becoming a consistently profitable trader.
Right. And Robbins points out this really fascinating contradiction early on. The mechanical rules of trading, like, managing risk and cutting losses,
Yeah.
they're widely known.
Yeah, everyone knows them.
Exactly. Yet a massive majority of people still fail. It's like intellectually knowing the rules of trading is basically like knowing how to breathe on land.
Sure, it's natural.
But trading with your actual real money, that's like deep sea diving at 200 feet. The physical pressure of the water changes how your brain processes oxygen, right? It causes nitrogen narcosis.
Oh, that is a great way to put it.
Yeah, so when real money is on the line, the psychological pressure physically alters your logic centers. It causes a sort of greed narcosis.
Which perfectly explains why human emotion inevitably overrides objective logic. We all know we should cut a losing trade.
Right.
But loss aversion kicks in. Our brains literally process financial loss, like physical pain.
Really? Like actual physical pain?
Literally. So we just freeze. The real battle isn't beating the market at all. It's beating your own neurochemistry.
That's why. But wait, let me push back a bit. Academic models like the efficient market hypothesis argue that you basically can't beat the market anyway, right? Because everything is already perfectly priced by algorithms.
Well, that's the theory. But human emotion totally shatters that model. Like irrational exuberance creates these massive bubbles and devastating crashes.
Leaving all these anomalies that professionals can exploit.
Exactly. But to exploit them, you need Robbins' strict three-step education plan. It goes knowledge, experience, and skill.
Okay, but if beginners want to jump in, why do they usually skip straight to the end? Like they jump into high leverage options right away.
Oh, it's so dangerous.
It's like jumping onto a busy highway before you've even practiced driving in an empty parking lot,
Yeah, and what happens is beginners often get a little bit of early luck. They confuse that luck with genius, and they start pyramiding their gains.
Pyramiding. You mean taking profits from one winning trade and just dumping them into larger, riskier positions?
Exactly that, until the whole house of cards just collapses, because they're using borrowed money to artificially multiply their exposure.
So a tiny, 2% drop in an asset can just completely wipe out their entire account.
Right, which is why Robbins stresses that the true goal of your first live trade is not to make money. It is simply to not lose a lot.
You're basically paying the market a small tuition fee, right? Just for the opportunity to manage your own emotional roller coaster.
Precisely. Because once that real money is on the line, all these psychological traps just open right up.
Oh, like the HODL mentality, refusing to sell a tanking asset. It's not loyalty at all. It's just the sunk cost fallacy in action.
Yeah, your brain just refuses to accept the wasted time and capital, so you double down on a terrible decision.
Or revenge trading. You take a hit, and immediately you just try to win it back, trading purely on adrenaline instead of, actual data.
Robbins actually sums that up perfectly. He says the market will tell you things about yourself that even your friends won't.
Oh, wow. That is incredibly harsh, but so true. It forces you to confront your own internal flaws.
It really does. And because those psychological traps like loss aversion and revenge trading are so universal, they drive the entire global market.
Which scales up in some really fascinating ways. Robbins touches on concepts like the Elliott wave theory and Kondraty cycles.
Oh, those are interesting.
Right. The premise is basically that human beings are driven by this binary of greed and fear. So market prices actually move in these predictable, repeating fractal patterns.
Like 5 steps forward, driven by greed,
Yeah.
and 3 steps back, driven by fear.
Exactly. I mean, I'll leave the complex math as an open loop for you to investigate on your own. But the idea that hidden crowd psychology forms predictable geometric shapes on a chart, that is incredible.
It really is. But it all circles back to Robbins' ultimate takeaway. The true holy grail of trading isn't some secret algorithmic system.
Right. It's just a proven plan executed with relentless self-awareness and absolute discipline.
Exactly. Discipline is everything.
So the next time you make a financial decision, really any decision at all, just pause. Ask yourself, are you acting on pure intellect or are hidden limiting beliefs secretly driving the car?
That's a great question to ask.
Try keeping a non-financial journal this week just to track your emotions. You might be completely shocked by what you discover about your own programming.
Absolutely. Because you
Yes.
can memorize theory all day long.
But until you actually master the pressure of the deep dive, you are never going to survive the water.